a mermaid seat. So you're gonna take your left leg forward, kind of like ankle to knee, and you're gonna bring your right thigh into your left foot. So can you see that? And breathe here. So we're gonna start to get into the hip a little bit, and also into these quads, the right quads. And then walk your left hand over to the left and let your right arm reach up and over the ear, and just drop that left shoulder down and look up to the sky. And keep your right shoulder down as well. And then come on back up, and let's just tip over to the other side. So bring your right fingertips down, let your left arm come up. Same idea, so draw your right shoulder down and lengthen through that left side waist. And then bring the left hand down. And we'll switch the seat now. So right leg is forward, left knee comes to right thigh. Starting on the right, we'll bring the right hand down, let the left arm reach up and over, look up, shoulder draws down. And then switch it up. So inhale, bring the left hand down, right arm up and over, just getting into that side body first thing in the morning. And then float the right hand down. And from here, we're gonna come into a child's pose. So just find your way into a child's pose that works for you. Let your head come down and just begin to breathe. So this past weekend, I sort of hit my low. I lost my gratitude. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I started to think about it a little more and delve into some of my inspirational reading. And I found this passage that helped me find it again. So in your child's pose, walk your arms over to the right. Again, just press into the left hand more than the right to get that nice side body stretch. And this is called the kinship of gratitude. Walk your arms back to center and over to the other side. When you make the two one, when you make the inner as outer and the outer as inner, then you shall enter the kingdom. The goal of all experience is to remove whatever might keep us from being whole. The things we learn through love and pain reduce our walls and bring our inner and outer life together. And all the while, the friction of being alive erodes whatever impediments remain. Walk your hands back to center and come up onto your hands and knees, and just do some cat-cows, so gently warming up the spine as you round and arch. But the simplest and deepest way to make who we are at one with the world is through the kinship of gratitude. Nothing brings the worlds of spirit and earth together more quickly. To be grateful means giving thanks for more than just the things we want, but also for the things that surmount our pride and stubbornness. Sometimes the things I've wanted and worked for, if I actually received them, would have crushed me. Sometimes just giving thanks for all the mystery of it all brings everything and everyone closer together. The way suction pulls streams of water together. So take a chance and openly give thanks, even if you're not sure what for, and feel the plenitude of all that is living brush up against your heart. So I definitely needed that this week, that reminder. So come to neutral spine. And we're gonna reach your right arm forward and your left leg back and flex the foot and reach through the fingers and lengthen. And then as you exhale, bend your elbow, bend your knee, and round everything in. Inhale, we'll lengthen. Exhale, we're gonna round. And again, inhale, nice and long. And exhale, round, curl it in. Inhale, lengthen, flex the foot, reach through the fingers. Exhale, we'll round. And one more. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, curl it in and round. So let's bring the arm back, arm forward, leg back, and bend your left knee And sweep your right hand around and see if you can grab the foot. Good. But keep this right shoulder dropping down. So just like we did in our side bend, drop the right shoulder a little bit forward so it can line up with the left. And then press the foot up towards the sky and lift the heart. Belly nice and strong. 2 more breaths here. And then release the ankle. Set your right hand down. Draw your left knee back towards your nose and step the foot forward in between the hands. But walk it out to the left a little bit and bring your hands inside your foot. Yeah. And just shift things around. So we're going to bend and straighten and just work out through that hamstring a little bit. 2 more breaths here. And then bend into your front knee and float this left leg back and drop it down. So we're going to do that whole thing on the second side. Right leg comes behind you, left arm reaches forward. Just take a moment. So even if we don't know what we're grateful for, just find that gratitude. Right? It's hard sometimes to feel grateful right now. As you exhale, bend and round. Inhale long. Exhale round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze it in. And again, inhale long and exhale round. So we've got 1 more. Inhale and then exhale. And then bring the leg forward, I said that again, arm forward, leg back. Bend your right knee, sweep the left hand around, grab the foot, and then let your left shoulder draw forward. Again, so we're looking to square off the shoulder girdle, so look forward, kick the leg up. Good, Loretta. Lift the heart. Getting into this heart-opening gratitude practice today. And then release the foot. Set the left hand down. Draw your right knee in towards your nose and step the foot all the way to the outer edge of your mat. And we're just shifting back and forth, in and out, lengthening through the leg. Getting into those hamstrings. So when I think about gratitude, you think about when everything's going great, you're so grateful, right? When you're so happy. But there's a different way to think about it. So bend into your front knee again, float your right leg back, and then drop both knees back to the mat. We'll do one final cow, so arch the spine, lift the chest, and then as you exhale and round this time, we're gonna come to downward dog. So lengthen it out, pedal through the feet. Good. So there's this beautiful quote, it says, it's not happiness that brings us gratitude, it's gratitude that brings us happiness. Kind of like the chicken and the egg. Which comes first, the happiness or the gratitude? Well, it's the gratitude. Start to walk your feet slowly towards your hands. First forward bend of the day, so maybe bend your knees a little bit, let the head shake out. Breathe here. Good, and then we're slowly gonna roll it up. 1 vertebrae at a time till we find Tadasana. Just bring your hands to your heart. Connect to your gratitude. The small little things you're grateful for. Even if you're feeling sad, not happy, start with the gratitude. And then with your inhale, bring the arms around and up. Exhale, we're gonna forward fold. Bend the knees a little bit. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, move through your plank chaturanga. Skip it if you need to or want to. Inhale, press into the hands, lift the chest. Good. Shoulders relax. Yep. Exhale it back. Downward dog, lengthen. 5 breaths. Spreading through the fingers, shaking out the head. It's not happiness that creates gratitude, it's gratitude that creates happiness. So what are you grateful for in your body this morning? Maybe it's just that you have this opportunity to move, this space that you created for yourself in your home. Inhale high on the toes, exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring the arms all the way around and up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, Waguespack. So sit into your chair. We're gonna let the hips draw back. We'll be strong in the heels. Arms reach up. Good. Exhale, we're gonna forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. So step it back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra, chest lifts. Exhale, brings you back, downward dog, lengthen. Right leg's gonna lift, flex the foot. And then draw your right knee towards your nose. So round forward and step the foot in between your hands and drop your back knee. Hands are gonna come to the front knee, draw the knee forward, lift the chest, and then float the arms all the way up to the sky. But light in the shoulders. So when we're cultivating a gratitude practice, there's a lot of heart opening that's happening. Look up to the sky. Hands come behind your back, interlace the hands, roll your shoulder blades together, maybe come a little deeper into that front knee, and look up to the sky. And then if you want to, you're gonna curl the back toes under and lift the back knee. Squeeze through your left buttocks, good. 2 more breaths here, navel to spine. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. Let's find a twist. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Inhale, let's come to plank. Exhale, chaturanga if you want. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale your way back to downward dog. Good. Second side, so left leg's gonna lift, inhale. Bend the knee, round it towards the nose, step the foot in between your hands, drop your back knee. Set your hands on this front knee to draw the left knee forward. Belly lifts, and then arms are gonna float by the ears. Good. Opening your chest towards the sky, shoulders are light. And then bring the hands behind your back, try the alternate threading of the hands, roll the shoulder blades together, settle deeper into the front knee and look up. Draw the navel to spine, curl your right toes under, lift your right knee. Squeeze through the right buttocks, reach back through the arms, beautiful. 2 more breaths here. And then set the right hand down and the left arm reaches up to the sky. Spread through the fingers, draw your gaze up. And maybe bend a little deeper into that left knee. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, step to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale it back, downward dog. Good. 5 breaths here. So if you need a rest, take it. Be grateful for that opportunity to honor your body in whatever way you need to on your mat today. Right. It's not happiness that cultivates gratitude, it's gratitude that cultivates happiness. Inhale high on your toes. Exhale, knees bend, hop, step, float, feet to the hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we're gonna fold. Inhale, sit into your chair, just a breath here. Exhale, let's hinge and fold. Inhale, lengthen. You decide vinyasa or not, whatever you need this morning. Inhale, lift your chest towards the sky. Exhale, brings you back, downward dog. Right leg's gonna lift nice and high. Exhale, knee to the nose, round it forward. Step the foot in between your hands. Keep your left hand down. Float that right arm up to the sky. Squeeze your left buttocks. We're gonna lift again right into a reverse warrior version. So right hand comes back, left arm reaches up, gaze up, stretching through the left hip flexors and quad. And then as you exhale, float the hands down in front of your foot. We're coming into supported warrior 3. Turn the toes down, the lifted toes, so that your lifted inner thigh rolls towards your standing one. And then bend your right knee, come back into your lunge, move through your vinyasa. Inhale, and exhale. Good. Just take a moment before you switch to the second side. And here we go. Left leg lifts. Bend the knee, round it towards the nose, step the foot in between the hands, keep the right hand down, float the left arm up. Squeeze through your right buttocks, wrap your right hip in towards your midline, and then float it into a reverse. You got it. Bend into your left knee, look up to the sky, lengthening through the right hip flexors and quads. 2 more breaths. Windmill the hands down into that supported warrior 3. So hands are a little further away from the foot than they would be in standing split. Keep your right leg wrapped inward so the toes point down. Yeah, you got it. And then bend your left knee, step your right toes back behind you, move through your flow, meet in downward dog. 5 breaths here. Do whatever you need to do. Good. Next inhale, high on the toes. Next exhale, we're going to bend the knees, hop, step, or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Sit into your Utkatasana. Just an inhale. Exhale, a forward fold again. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, so half forward bend. Exhale moves you through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, upward dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha, downward dog. This time, warrior 1. So plant the left foot, turn the toes out, step the right foot forward, reach the arms up to the sky. Same thing, wrap your left hip forward, draw your right knee towards your midline, shoulders are soft. As you exhale, let's move to warrior 2, bend into your right knee. Check out your arms, nice and lined up. Inhale, we're going to turn the palms up. As we reverse it, let's straighten that front leg. Come into reverse Trikonasana. Hand comes down again. We're getting through this side waist. Breathe here. 2 more breaths. And then bend into your front knee and float right into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Leg is lifting up, gaze is up. This is an opening pose. This is a completely expressive open pose. So let that left leg come up as high as you can for now. Okay, as we open ourselves up, we find gratitude. And from that gratitude comes joy. Top hand comes down. Let's find our standing split here. Shake out the head a little bit. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Good. And then we'll step the lifted foot down about 3 feet behind you. Walk your right foot out towards the edge of your mat just a little bit so you can square this left hip. Let's fold over here. Find our Parsvottanasana or our triangle forward bend. If you need to bend the knee, feel free to do so. Good. Bend back into that knee. Step back to your plank. Move through your vinyasa if you want it. We'll meet back in downward dog. Second side, so plant the right foot, step the left foot forward, find your warrior one, bend into the knee, arms reach up. Press into that back foot, wrap the right hip forward. As you exhale, we're gonna come into warrior two. Inhale, we're gonna turn the palms up, straighten the front leg, come into reverse triangle. So really float it back. Left shoulder soft. And then we go right into Ardha Chandrasana. So bend into the left knee, set the left hand down, float the right arm up to the sky, look up. Lift that right leg nice and high. So use half moon as an expressive pose today. Heart opens, we find gratitude. Top hand comes down, we're gonna close off the right hip, come into your standing split, couple breaths here. Getting into the hamstrings, all the things that connect up into the pelvis. And then bend your left knee, set the right foot down about 3 feet behind you. Walk your left foot a little bit more out towards the left side of your mat. So you can square the hips. You can bring this right hip forward and fold. If you need to, bend the knee a little bit. Care for your hamstrings and they will care for you. Good, bend into your front knee, step the left foot back to meet the right. We're gonna move through vinyasa if you want, just use the breath. The breath gives us the opportunity for gratitude. It keeps us grounded in this moment. Good. Okay, right leg's gonna lift nice and high. Exhale, knee rounds to the nose, step the foot in between the hands. Left hand stays planted, right arm reaches up to the sky. From here, we're gonna do what we did before, but a little different. So squeeze the left buttocks, float it up, left arm comes forward, right arm comes back. Torso is long and tall. Bend into your right knee and then bring your hands to prayer at your heart. And let that left elbow tuck outside your right knee. Breathe here. Gaze up to the sky. As you exhale, look down. As you inhale, we're going to plant the back foot. Windmill it open to warrior two. Good. Right forearm comes to right thigh, left arm's gonna reach up and over the ear. Parsvottanasana. And then as you inhale, come back up, straighten your front leg, float into reverse triangle. So front leg straightens. And then once again, we're gonna soar into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. This time, you're gonna bend the knee and see if you can grab the foot with the hand, but don't kick it out. Keep the heel in close to your buttocks. Okay. Gaze up to the sky. Stretching through those quads a bit. And then release the foot, set the left hand down. We're gonna be back in our standing split. This time, if you feel like it, you can play with your handstand hops. So heart comes forward, maybe. Float it up and just play. And we're gonna meet right back in that triangle forward bend. But this time we're gonna come into revolve triangle. So left hand comes to the inside or outside of the right foot. Drop your left hip down and float your right arm up to the sky. Right? And then draw your right hip back so you can really lengthen through the outside of the thigh, your TFL, your IT band. 2 more breaths here. Exhale, set the hand down, bend into your front knee. We'll meet in downward dog. So you decide how you get there. Good. Second side, left leg's gonna lift nice and high. Inhale. Knee comes to the nose, step the foot in between the hands. Right hand stays down, left arm reaches up to the sky. Look up, follow your gaze up towards the sky. Belly draws in, squeeze through your right buttocks and float into that arm forward and back. Yeah, look over your back shoulder. You got it. Bend into your front knee a little more if you can. And gaze over. Then we'll bring the hands to the heart and we'll twist. Right elbow outside left knee. Top elbow points up. Re-engage your left buttocks to help support you and stabilize you. And then bring your navel to the spine. Happiness does not lead to gratitude. Gratitude leads to happiness. So here we are. What can we be grateful for in this very precarious moment? As you exhale, look down. As you inhale, we're going to open to warrior 2. Right, and then we'll find our side angle. So left forearm down, right arm up and over, long lines. All the way from the index finger to the outside, the pinky toe edge of the foot. As you inhale, straighten the front leg, float it back to reverse triangle. Left arm all the way up. And then we're gonna float back into that half moon. So left knee bends, left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. But this time, if you can, you'll bend the knee, grab the foot, and keep the heel nice and close into you. So we're stretching out those quads a little bit. Opening the shoulder up to the sky. Maybe the gaze follows. And release the foot, set the right hand down. We're gonna be in our standing split. If you feel like hopping on this side, go for it. Bring your hands a little forward of your foot. Let your heart come forward. And play. Okay. And then we're going to meet in that triangle forward bend again. But this time it's revolved. So right hand stays inside the left foot or comes to the outside. Left hip drops down, look up to the sky. Float your left arm up to the sky. Drop the left hip back so that you can squeeze your left inner thigh towards your midline. And lengthen out through the IT band and your TFL. 2 more breaths. Exhale, set the hands down. We're going to meet in downward dog. So you decide what serves you here. Inhale and exhale. Just take 5 breaths here. So if you need a rest, take it. It's not happiness that brings us gratitude. It's gratitude that brings us happiness. So be grateful you could take a break right now if you want. That is your option. Okay. When you're ready, lift your right leg up nice and high. Draw the knee towards your nose, step the foot in between the hands. Inhale, we're gonna come up high into our lunge. And then as you exhale, we're gonna hug the left knee up into the chest. Okay, good. So we're gonna transition from here into dancer. So what I like about dancer's pose is it's this heart opening pose, right? Connecting to gratitude, but it also requires us to be really precarious in our pose. We're trying to balance on one leg. So bring the left foot behind you, grab it with your hand, right? Yep, so dancer. So left hand comes to the top of the foot or the ankle. Right arm's gonna reach up to the sky. Coming to the inside of the foot. Lift the heart. So as you find this heart opening, you're cultivating gratitude. You're also being asked to find gratitude during a point of discomfort, during a point of stress. And we have to focus and balance and hold everything together on one leg, which is maybe what we feel like right now in general. From here, if you can, you're going to transition back to half moon, holding on to that foot, but kicking it away from you this time. If you don't want to, of course, release the bind, come just back into your half moon traditionally, but kicking that foot into the hand. Finding gratitude even in the most difficult of circumstances. Release the foot. Both hands come down, bend your front knees, set the toes back. Walk your right foot out to the edge of your mat, drop your back knee. We're gonna find lizard pose. So coming onto your forearms, letting your right knee move in towards your shoulder, shaking out the head, and breathe. Good. Just gonna switch my position here. So totally optional, just to give you an arm balance option today. Lift your back knee, wrap your right arm underneath and bring it to the pinky toe edge of the foot. Good. If you want to from here, if you can, you're gonna see if that right foot can lift. Good. If it can, you're then gonna walk your left hand back a little bit more underneath your shoulder and bend your elbow, right? So lift your right foot, bend the elbow, and then maybe lift the left. We're gonna meet in downward dog. So you decide if you want a vinyasa or not. Good, and then the left leg's gonna lift. Draw the knee towards your nose. Step the foot in between the hands. Inhale, come up nice and high. Settling into that front knee. Wrapping your right hip forward, belly draws in. We're gonna hug the right knee up into the chest. So here's our opportunity. Start to bring the right leg behind you. Hand comes to the inside of the foot. Left arm reaches up. So we're gonna open the heart. We're gonna find gratitude, even in the most difficult of circumstances. Balancing on this left leg, keeping the chest nice and high, kicking the leg back, so we're getting a quad strengthening action here, and hip flexors all at the same time. Beautiful, good job. And then we're gonna meet in our half moon. So maybe you're gonna hold on to the foot and try to kick it away this time. Right, so before we cut the heel in close, now we're kicking it away. We're strengthening through that quad. If you can, you're gonna look up to the sky. That's the last bit, beautiful, good job. 2 more breaths. Good, release the foot, set the right hand down, bend your left knee, set your right toes long behind you into a lunge. Walk your left foot out to the left, drop your right knee into lizard. Here we are. Left knee draws in towards your shoulder. Gaze forward and breathe. left shoulder comes underneath the knee, left hand to the pinky toe edge of the foot. Maybe you're gonna lift that back knee. Maybe you're gonna see if this left leg lifts. If it does, you're gonna try to bring that right elbow to your hip to lift the right leg. 2 more breaths. And we'll meet in our downward dog. Good. 5 breaths here. So just take a moment to refocus. And then we're gonna roll forward to plank as you inhale and lower all the way to the mat as you exhale. Good. Hands are gonna stay right underneath the shoulders, chin tucks into the chest, forehead to the floor. Soften through the buttocks as you inhale, we're gonna lift the legs. And then begin to lift the chest, and then move the head away. Roll your shoulder blades towards each other, lift. Breathe here. 2 more breaths. As you exhale, lower down, bring your right ear to the mat. Let your arms come down and wiggle out your hips. Good. And then bring the chin into the chest. You're going to bend the knees. Grab the tops of the feet with the hands. So this is basically double dancer's pose, Dhanurasana. But luckily we're on our belly this time. So roll your shoulder blades together. Begin to lift the legs. Let the legs lifting draw the chest up, gaze forward. Keep your inner thighs squeezing towards each other. 2 more breaths. Heart opens. Find that gratitude. What are you grateful for? Through this challenge, what are you grateful for? Exhale, lower it down. Left ear to the mat, wiggle out your hips, or shake your legs from side to side. Lower the legs down. And press up into the hands. And just make your way back to child's pose for a breath or 2. Hips back to the heels, lengthen through the spine. And then find your way to downward dog. So curl the toes under, make your way back to downward dog. We're gonna come into pigeon now. So right leg lifts. Draw the knee forward, knee towards your right wrist, ankle towards your left wrist. Slide the leg back. Walk your left foot forward a little bit. Good, Loretta, nice. Gaze forward with your chest, and then let's fold it down. And breathe here. The goal of all experience is to remove whatever might keep us from being whole. The things we learn through love and pain reduce our walls and bring our inner and outer life together. And all the while, the friction of being alive erodes whatever impediments remain. But the simplest and deepest way to make who we are at one with the world is through the kinship of gratitude. Nothing brings the worlds of spirit and earth together more quickly. To be grateful means giving thanks for more than just the things we want, but also for the things that surmount our pride and stubbornness. Sometimes the things I've wanted and worked for, if I actually received them, would have crushed me. Sometimes just giving thanks for the mystery of it all brings everything and everyone closer. The way suction streams of water together. So take a chance and openly give thanks, even if you're not sure for what. And feel the plenitude of all that is living brush up against your heart. Make your way back to downward dog. Let's shake out the right leg. And we're gonna lift the left. Bend the knee, draw it towards the nose, round forward, and then knee to the left wrist, ankle to the right wrist. Slide your right leg back, flatten on the top of the foot. Beautiful. And then begin to fold forward. And surrender into the hip. And slowly make your way back to downward dog. Let's shake out the left leg. And we're gonna shift forward to plank one last time and lower all the way onto the belly. Good. And then roll right onto your back. And keep your knees bent. And we're gonna do final back bend here. So if you want it to be bridge pose, go ahead. If you want Urdhva, that's up to you. So either way, ground into the feet and lift the hips. If you're working into bridge, walk your shoulder blades towards each other, interlace your hands, and then squeeze your thighs in towards each other. And press down into the feet. Connect to what you're grateful for in this moment. Maybe steady on 2 feet. Maybe a strong core to support the spine. Begin to lower it down. And draw your knees into your chest. And we're going to cross the right knee over the left. So it's Gomukhasana. Legs, all right? Grab the left hand to the ankle and the right hand to the ankle. And draw your heels in, yeah. And then release the feet and float the legs all the way over to the left. So keep them wrapped, just float them over to the left. Arms in a T, look over your right shoulder. And breathe. And then come on back, cross left, knee over right. Grab the ankles or the feet with the hands. Draw your heels in for a moment. It's a little more hip stretch. And then release the feet and float that whole thing over to the right. Arms in a T, gaze over the left shoulder. And then release that out. Unwrap the knees, slowly lower your legs down to the floor. Bring your arms down by your side. And close your eyes. And connect once again to your gratitude. Even if you don't know what to be grateful for. It's not happiness that brings us gratitude. It's gratitude that brings us happiness. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And reach your arms up and over your head. And stretch all the way from your fingers to your toes. And then draw your knees into your chest. And make your way slowly onto your right side. Find your way up to a comfortable seated position. And bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale it out through the mouth. I thank you for the honor and pleasure of teaching you today. I wish you a day filled with gratitude. Namaste.